They bombed it, they struck it again, and then again. Over 4,000 bombs dropped. Well, what 600 fighter jet missions flown, hundreds of missile launchers destroyed. The United States and Israel have been hitting Iran harder than any military campaign in decades. And yet, Iran is still firing, right now, today. Day 17 of this war, and missiles are still raining down on Israel and U.S. bases across the Middle East. So here is the question that every military analyst, every Pentagon official, every intelligence expert is asking behind closed doors right now. Where are these missiles coming from? Because according to official U.S. reports, missile launches are down 90%, drone attacks are down 86%. That sounds like a win. That sounds like Iran is almost finished, but almost finished is not finished. And that gap, that remaining 10 to 14%, represents something terrifying. It means Iran still has weapons. It means there is something left that America cannot find. And today, on Military Daily Update, we are going to show you exactly what that is, where it is, and why it changes everything about how this war ends. Let's go back to the very beginning of this conflict, because to understand what Iran has left, you need to understand what they built over the last 40 years. After the Iran-Iraq War in the 1980s, Iran made a decision. They could never match the United States in terms of aircraft, navy, or conventional military power, so they built something different. They built tunnels, hundreds of them, deep underground, carved into mountains, hidden beneath cities, buried under desert floors. Iran's military strategists called these facilities missile cities. Not missile bases, missile cities, because that is exactly what they are. Massive underground complexes stocked with thousands of ballistic missiles, cruise missiles, and drones, protected by hundreds of feet of solid rock and reinforced concrete. The United States military has been trying to destroy these facilities for years, and the honest truth is this. Even after 17 days of non-stop bombing, nobody in Washington can say with confidence how many of these missile cities are still operational. Here is what we know for certain. Iran began this war with an estimated ballistic missile arsenal of over 3,000 missiles. The IRGC, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, had approximately 480 mobile missile launchers, known as transporter erector launchers, or TELs. These are the trucks that drive the missiles around, set them up, fire them, and then disappear back underground before a satellite can even get a clean image. During the first phase of this conflict, Israel and the U.S. focused intensely on destroying these mobile launchers. They did significant damage. By some estimates, Iran lost hundreds of these launchers. But here is the key number that nobody is talking about enough. Estimates still suggest Iran has roughly 100 of these mobile launchers still active. 100 mobile missile trucks, each capable of carrying and firing ballistic missiles, moving around a country the size of Alaska, hiding underground in tunnels that America cannot penetrate. That is not a defeated country. That is a country that is still very much in this fight. And now, if you are watching Military Daily Update for the first time, welcome. This channel exists to give you the real picture of what is happening in global military conflicts, without the spin and without the politics. If that is something you want more of, hit that subscribe button right now and tap the bell so you never miss an update. We are posting every single day as this war develops. Now let's get back to Iran's secret arsenal, because this next part is the part that changes everything. While the United States and Israel have been focused on destroying Iran's known missile sites, Iran has been using a strategy that military experts call horizontal escalation. Instead of matching America's air power head-to-head, which they cannot do, Iran has been firing missiles that cost between $20,000 and $50,000 each. Cheap. Mass-produced. And on the other side, the interceptor missiles America is using to shoot them down cost between $3 million and $12 million per shot. Do the math. For every cheap Iranian missile that forces America to fire an interceptor, Iran wins economically. One analyst described it simply, the cost ratio per interception is at best 10 to 1 in Iran's favor. In some cases, it could be 60 or 70 to 1. Iran is not trying to win this war with precision. Iran is trying to drain America's resources, financially, militarily, and politically. And the missile reserves they still have hidden underground are the engine of that strategy. Now let us talk about what exactly is still inside those tunnels. Before this war, Iran publicly showed off some of what they had. There was footage released of underground missile cities, long tunnel systems packed with missile engines, mobile launchers, and some of their most advanced weapons. We are talking about K-bar-Shikan missiles, hypersonic-capable weapons that fly at speeds of up to Mach 13 and are designed specifically to defeat modern missile defense systems. We are talking about Sejjil missiles, two-stage solid-fuel ballistic missiles with a range of over 2,000 kilometers. We are talking about Pave land attack cruise missiles that fly low to the ground, hug terrain, and are extremely difficult to detect on radar. And we are talking about tens of thousands of Shahed drones, cheap, slow, but effective in swarms, that Iran has been mass producing for years. Not all of these were destroyed. According to multiple intelligence assessments, Iran's underground basing architecture managed to preserve a significant portion of its stockpile even after the heaviest strikes. The exact number? Unknown. And that unknown is the most dangerous word in this entire conflict. There is one more layer to this story that almost nobody in mainstream media is connecting. According to leaked intelligence assessments, Iran did not sit still after the first round of strikes in June 2025. Iran went to work immediately, rebuilding, importing, restocking. Intelligence analysts tracked cargo ships moving between China and Iran, ships employing concealment measures, disguising their cargo, running dark on tracking systems. What were they carrying? Sodium perchlorate, a chemical compound that is a critical ingredient in solid fuel missile motors. The quantities involved, according to those assessments, would be enough to supply several hundred medium-range ballistic missiles. So while America was celebrating after the first strikes last year, Iran was quietly reloading, and some of that reloaded inventory may still be sitting underground right now, waiting. What does this mean for the next phase of the war? It means that America and Israel are facing a problem that has no easy military solution. You cannot bomb what you cannot find. Iran's missile cities are designed to survive. They are built deep underground specifically because Iranian military planners studied how the United States fights wars and engineered a countermeasure. Even a direct hit on the entrance of an underground facility may seal it off, but leave the missiles inside completely intact, which is exactly what happened at the Natanz nuclear facility in early March of this year. The International Atomic Energy Agency confirmed that while the entrance buildings were severely damaged, the underground facility itself remained intact. The missiles inside those tunnels are in the same situation: damaged entrance, intact contents, and Iran has engineers who can dig a new door. So where does this end? The honest answer is that nobody knows. Iran still has the capacity to fire missiles. Iran is still firing missiles. The rate is dramatically reduced, but it is not zero. And as long as it is not zero, this war is not over. Meanwhile, the economic pressure on America's missile defense stockpiles is real. Every interceptor fired is a multi-million-dollar expenditure. Every day of this conflict is drawing down reserves that take months and sometimes years to replace. Iran understands this. Iran's entire military doctrine for the last 4 decades has been built around outlasting a superior enemy rather than defeating them outright. They survived the Iran-Iraq War. They survived decades of sanctions. They survived multiple rounds of airstrikes. And right now, on day 17, they are still firing. The next 72 hours are going to be critical. Military planners are watching 2 things above everything else: whether Iran's missile launch rate holds steady or drops further, and whether there are any signs of Iran attempting a major salvo, a large concentrated burst of missiles designed to overwhelm defense systems all at once. That kind of strike would signal that Iran still has significant reserves and is choosing to use them. A continued low-level drip of missile fire would suggest the opposite, that Iran is running low and trying to conserve what is left. Either way, the world will know more very soon. This is what real military analysis looks like. Not the headlines, not the spin, not the political talking points, just the numbers, the strategy, and the facts on the ground. If you want to keep getting this level of depth on the Iran-Israel-US conflict, make sure you are subscribed to Military Daily Update. We cover this story every single day with the latest intelligence reports, satellite imagery analysis, and expert assessments that you are not going to find anywhere else. Drop a comment below right now. Do you think Iran still has enough missiles to change the outcome of this war, or is this conflict essentially over? Let us know what you think. Every single comment helps this video reach more people who deserve to know the truth about what is really happening. And if someone in your life is following this war and deserves the real picture, share this video with them right now. One share from you could be the reason someone else finally understands what is actually at stake. This is Military Daily Update. Stay informed, stay sharp, and we will see you in the next one.